Good evening, everyone. I'm here in the office. I'm getting ready to do a web meeting with about a dozen or so business partners from all over North America, Canada, Los Angeles, all over the place. But I wanted to take a couple minutes and jump on and do my, do a live broadcast, and kind of along the lines of what I've been talking about lately. And this one I titled Approval Addiction. And yes, I kind of borrowed that from Joyce Meyer. Excuse me. But it's basically asking, how much do you worry about what everyone else thinks of you? Um, some people go through life so worried about what everyone else thinks, um, that they sometimes don't enjoy their life because they're so worried about everyone else. So the question that I would ask you is, the people whose approval you're seeking, uh, are they worth worrying about? So, in other words, do you not wear the skirt or the jeans because you don't want someone to think you look fat or you don't look great? Or do you drive a certain kind of car because it's the popular car for everyone? And there's a saying that I love that says, you wouldn't worry about what everyone else thinks if you knew how little they did. And all that means is, people are worried about themselves. They're not looking at you. They're not judging what you have on. They're not judging. Some people do, but those people are irrelevant, right? Now, as human beings, what do? You could have 10 people come up to you, and the first 9 could tell you that you're handsome or you're beautiful or whatever kind of, they love your clothes, whatever kind of compliment they come up with. And the 10th person says something negative. You look terrible, you look fat, that's a stupid shirt, whatever the comment is. And that's the person we focus on, rather than focusing on those 9 people before them. Okay? I heard a great story. It'll just take a second. Her name's Tammy. She was a speaker at an event I was at. And she talked about having been so shy that when she was in school, she actually used to eat her lunch in the ladies' room, in the girls' room, in the stall, because she was so shy. She didn't want everyone in the cafeteria looking at her. She didn't want them judging her by what she ate. She didn't want them talking about her. And one of her teachers put it to her this way. They gave her a different perspective on it. They said, listen, I see one of the guys I admire on here, Dr. Bob. He said, listen, when you think that everyone is looking at you, or when you're really concerned about what everybody's looking at you or talking about you or thinking about you, that is actually the height of being kind of arrogant. And it gave her a different perspective. So she asked him what he meant, and what he meant was that if you walk into a room and you think that you are the topic of conversation of every person in that room, that's actually kind of conceited to feel that way. That most people are worried about themselves. They may notice you, they may notice a nice outfit or something like that. But the whole point behind the story is that if you're one of those people that worry about what everyone else says, everyone else has an opinion on your car or your clothes or your job. I spoke with someone the other day that talked about how the job that they've been in for 30 years was because someone told them that they should be working in that job, that they should be working in that field. My suggestion to you, that goes right along with all the things we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks, is to worry about designing your life, to worry about what you want out of life, what makes you happy, which shirt do you like to wear, what car do you want to drive, what job do you want to have. I see Molly on here. Molly was talking about this the other day on her Facebook post about people asking her about her career choice and her major in college. Do what you think is best for you. There's only one person walking your path, and that's you. And when you worry about what everyone else thinks about your decision, now that doesn't mean that you don't take people that are important to you, like your kids or your parents or your brothers or sisters, your loved ones, that you don't take their opinions into account. But what that means is you make the final decision on what you like, and you be okay with it. Because I can promise you that if somebody wouldn't die for you, you should never let them live for you. Okay? So whenever you have people, if you allow people to determine what you wear, what you eat, where you hang out, whether you drink or don't drink, what kind of car you drive, and these people really, their opinions are just that. When you allow those people to determine the things that you do, you're letting someone else live your life for you instead of you. And I promise you, when you get to the end of life, you're going to regret it. You're going to regret the things you didn't do, the things you didn't try, like I said before, not writing the book, not taking that job, not doing whatever it is that made you happy. And those people won't have a daggone thing, a care in the world about whether you were happy at the end of life or not. So keep that in mind. When you're trying to decide what you want to do what you want to do. Go where you want to go. Drive the car, wear the clothes, dance, sing karaoke. Stop worrying about what everyone else thinks and live life on your terms. Like I always tell everyone, you can reach out to me on Facebook, Bob Norman. Like my business page, Buff Monkey Marketing. Twitter, it's at Buff Monkey. Excuse me. I have a little bit of a scratchy throat. At Buff Monkey. On Instagram, on LinkedIn, or you can email me at buff_monkey@Reagan.com. Reagan spelled just like the president. And give me some suggestions. This was actually a suggestion from someone that sent me a message, and I really appreciate all the views and all the great messages and positive feedback that I've been getting from everyone. So keep in mind, stop worrying about what everyone else thinks you should do and do what's best for you. All right, I love you guys. I have to get to work. I have to get on this web meeting. I'll talk to everyone on Wednesday. Have a great night.